Well, you want to get into a job after being a freelancer, or how does it work? Well, getting a job in PHP is really easy. Seriously, getting the first job is really easy, but it's all about getting the expertise. That's what I say. I know there are a lot of people who learn PHP, get a job in PHP, and eventually they lose it out. Like, they don't practice, they don't, improve their skills, and eventually these guys will be failing. But what I really suggest is, once you get into the job, plan your career. So keep PHP as a backbone and start accumulating other languages too. You're already working? Great. Fantastic. So yeah, well, I don't think so. If you're a freelancer, be a freelancer. That's what I say. Because there is more money in freelancing than in a job. The only thing I do, suppose if at all I want to go into freelancing job, you know what I do? I go and look for a salesman. So I just look for a salesman and I say to the salesman, hey, you get the business, you take 70% of it. I don't worry, I don't care. You take 70% and give me 30%. And just that's it. You just do the sales and I'll just do development. That's what I do if I'm a freelancer. If I were to be a freelancer, yeah, this is what I do. So always don't work alone in freelance business. Really, really never ever work alone in a freelance business. And if you want to patch up with someone, patch up with salespeople. Don't patch up with developers again. Okay, this is my suggestion for people who wanted to be freelancers out there. Yes, that's what. So yeah, great. I mean, I know how the freelance work also go on, but I really don't encourage freelancing, at least with Indian clients, because I never worked as a freelancer first time. I was a developer, but as a developer, I have seen the top level of a company. Like, I know how these companies get projects. I know how these companies estimate projects and complete projects. So now I've seen that it's really risky working with clients because you can't persuade clients to pay. Simple and plain. So that's the reason I tell you guys, okay, look for a salesman, okay, a person who is good at selling something. Look for him, like me. Okay, I'm good at selling, but I can't sell this course, of course. So look for a person who can sell, then crack a deal. That's it. All right. So great. And what else we can? So yeah, guys, how do you know about us, like Tutoslive? When I say us, it's Tutoslive. How do you know about this course? Oh, nice, great. Seriously, that girl is seriously nice. So meet up. I got in. I'm wondering. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, and I'm gonna start a new batch by the end of this month. It runs exclusively from HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery. Again, the same. It's repetition, but we'll do better than the previous courses. That's what I feel. It's not that it's an offense to the current batch, but since that was a starting phase, we could not do it better. But yeah, coming days we're gonna do really better. The website will eventually grow up. More things to come up. So, and everybody has a long term membership. It's a lifetime membership. People who registered the first will get a lifetime membership. Like, that means tomorrow if you start, say, code igniter, yeah, tomorrow if you want to learn code igniter or WordPress or exclusive JavaScript, okay, then you can join in the classes, you can watch the videos and stuff. So it's a lifetime membership. So yeah, good. So let's jump into today's class. So the today's class is about MySQL database CRUD. So when I talk about CRUD, C stands for create. So people, if you go for interviews, okay, so our course is more job oriented course. Like I only talk, most of the times I talk about interviews. But if you wanted to be a freelancer, yeah, I still have stuff for that too. Like for a freelancer, this is not the thing. There's something else which I can tell for freelancers too, because I've seen that business. Okay, so retrieval, uh, and U stands for update, and D stands for, any idea what does D stand for in the CRUD? Delete. Okay, so I hope you guys have gone through the previous videos, the new buys. We have talked about the database. So database is nothing but which holds the data. If you want to make a website dynamic, okay, you need PHP, and if you have huge set of data, you need database. Okay, that database is mysql. Why mysql? Because mysql patches up very well with PHP, and the other thing is mysql is free to use, and mysql is fast, and mysql is easy. So these are the reasons why people go with mysql database along with PHP. Again, PHP, coming to PHP is very easy to learn. That's the reason PHP has become very popular. uh, why most of the people don't take it as a career is that, in our country, let's assume in India the salaries they pay for a PHP developer is very less. Sometimes they don't even pay. So it's all about how you manage. Like if you are not confident enough to earn money out of it, earn salary out of it, then seriously nobody can help you. But yeah, you're smart enough, you are an intelligent person, you know the skill, you know how to write code, you know how to write proper code, definitely nobody can stop you. Okay, to summarize, I'm not from an IT or CSC. I'm from EC, electronics and communications. Okay, and most of my life I was with electronics until I'm 25. I was with electronics. So then I learned PHP by myself. So when I learned it in the best way. Okay, now don't ask me what's my age now. Okay, I was just saying. Alright, so yeah, I hope I'm making sense here. I'm not talking something which is not relevant. So what I really mean to say is, like, it's easy to learn and it's easy to get jobs, and it's your duty to ask for salaries, good pay, I say. Alright? There may be good more PHP developers, but there are really less good PHP developers. That's what I can say. Okay, so yeah, it's all about data. So when I say create, okay, so this is how to summarize the CRUD. So even before CRUD, okay, what all we can do with data? Okay, that's very important. Or let's jump ahead in creation of tables. So database, we say database, then a database will be having tables, and tables will be having columns, and tables will be having, at the same time, tables will be having rows, and rows will be having data. Okay, the data in the rows is defined by the structure of the column. Okay, so these two are really important. So when I say the structure of the column, I mean to say the data type of the column. So what kind of data type you are using for the column, what is the size of it. Okay, so it all depends upon that factor. Like if your column is of data type date, then your row data of that particular column we can only have a date. Okay, so sometimes the data in a row can be null. That means there can't be any data too, which is not relevant. For instance, uh, if you take a scenario like an employee. Okay, let's take an employee, if he's a fresher, let's say his experience is 0, so it's null. But let's take another employee who has done 1 year of coding in a company. That means he got 1 year of experience, so that means his data is 1 year. I mean, according, I mean, as per the experience column. Okay, so in today's class we'll be learning about how to create tables, okay, then how to insert data using PHP myadmin. Okay, PHP myadmin, I hope okay, this might sound